Hello, Smart Woodshop fans. This is Lean Woodworks. I'm 90 days in on my shop transformation, where I did the Ron Paulk work system. I've pretty much have all the tooling done in my shop. Now I have to transform the rest of the shop. I'm gonna go over here for a second. Here's my industrial table saw that I said I was going to downsize. I downsized it. It's on wheels. It moves. When the leaf is up, it's the same height as the tables. So I can have a really large outfeed. I actually have this as an outfeed and solid oak with a piano hinge, and it's really light. And of course I just use the one support that I showed y'all with the neoprene washers in between it. It holds it. Another thing that I did to the saw, I put a digital readout on it. It's very nice. It's very nice. Now, this grid here this grid right here aligns with that grid over there, and we actually used the wing to do it. That's how we align the grid. We've made our cradles. I've actually got 3 cradles under my belt right now. This is funny. This is a original 7480. I bought this when I first discovered Ron Paulk, and I was going to put it in my system, and I finally did. Now, you got to understand that once you're set up like this, like that bench over there, that's breaking down your sheet goods. You can do small cross cuts here. These dado slots aren't that good on these, by the way. Contractor saws in general, they're kind of push and shove. I did have to work these a little bit, got it okay. This one here, and the reason I positioned it where I did is I can take this, and this has only got a 24-inch. The original one had a 24-inch. It's got that original rack and pinion that all the saws have now. And you can see my router tables will fully support it. Now I have a laminated top. Everything was cut out of one piece of lamination for the top side. I hope I never have a problem with it all, because it could cause a lot more work than I intended on having, but long term I know I wanted lamination. So my wings, so anybody who says also too that it has to be a Festool, this is not true. You just need to watch Ron's video and take the systematic approach that he did to fit in the saw, and it works great. Actually, the Festool is a bigger saw than what people think when it comes to actual footprint and how it works. Router tables, they're dialed together in the center, but they are exact dimensions. I figured out how to get exact dimensions on my grids. I don't use the tape measure. I use the grid itself to make the final cuts. It's a great work method to use. When Ron is planning on visiting, so when he does, we'll show that and show the tools that we did to do that with. It's not so much as a tool per se as it is a work method improvement. So we have that. We have our bench, our main bench, and like I said, it's cut exactly. The 32 millimeter from the edge is super critical when it comes to cradles. Like I said in Ron's videos, you got the 2 pegs that hang it. I'm still dialing these in. These cradles, I'm doing some touch-ups, some dial-ins on them, get them right. I'm going to have a new part made here, printed. I'm going to take this apart, have this printed, and make a different outlet so I can get the hose to it. And then when I lighten it up, I cut this section out here and I run the hose through the bench. That'll be good to go. So there you have it, and this is 90 days in. Now there's still a lot that's going to happen. You see that pile over there, all that. That material's going to be used up on a project, but we're going to do some storage solutions, and it's going to be pretty cool. Here too, we're gonna clean this up, get rid of this. We have a Kanban. I don't know if anybody knows what it is. It's a lean term, but we're gonna straighten that out. And then right here, we're gonna make a wall. It's gonna be a wall of tools. These cases, these plastic cases, the stuff that the Festool and all that comes in, we'll take something to receive those. But we're also gonna come up with some cases of our own, because you know, you can template anything, and you can even template on a table saw with something called a L fence. And so we are going to make some custom toolboxes of our own. Now we have a Pinto router. We're going to use that to make a bunch of toolboxes, a bunch of like sustainers, our own version of them. Now they got to be cost effective. They can't take a lot of time, and you don't need to buy a bunch of stuff to do it. It needs to be made out of raw material. If you buy a lot of hardware, you'll defeat the purpose of what you're trying to achieve. So we will use that to do some repeatable joinery when we make our little toolboxes or sustainers. We're going to make our own type of system. It'll be dimensions similar to the Festool or the Makita, but it won't be it won't be like those. I'm not going to go through all that trouble. I've seen those videos where people make them. I'm not going to go through that trouble. I will use the PARF guide to get my final dimensions on it, and so they will work. They will work, and they'll be integrated into the system. You'll be able to actually, and we're going to have a way to hang toolboxes on the benches. So it ought to be neat. And we're going to have a wall over there where we hang the little toolboxes too. So every toolbox is going to be somewhat like a cradle. So it's going to be pretty neat when you go to get a tool out or something. You can hang it in the bench and go through the bin and everything, because the benches are so small. But this is basically a 19 by 19 garage, and I have a full work system in here. And I don't know if anybody remembers when I first started. Oh my God, what a mess! And so it's getting trimmed down now, and it's getting to the point where we're going to use it. Our final build is actually a small Paulk Smart Big Bench, and we're actually going to split it. I'm going to take half, and my friend's going to take half, and it's going to replace this cabinetry over here. And it's going to still have cabinetry on the bottom, but the top half will be half of a big bench, and it'll be on wheels, and I'll still want to use it. And like I said, sometimes I roll stuff outside when I got big projects going on. But I'd love to use one of those with that long rail up there for ripping. Oh man, it's going to be great. But there you go. There's my update. And like I said, I'm about 90 days in from start till now. When I did all my templates, I started about the middle of December, and so here I am. And I hope everybody's enjoyed watching what I've done so far. There's more coming, and I suspect that I'm going to get a visit from Ron Paulk soon. And so we'll go way more into detail of the build and how we did certain things. All right. So thanks for watching.